What type of impact can Brexit potentially have on UK relations towards Bosnia?
The UK commitment to Bosnia doesn't change, whether we're a member of the EU or not. And so the kind of steps that we've made recently, doubling our assistance programs, hosting the London Western Balkans Summit, putting more staff into the embassy here, increasing our footprint and trying to sort of reach out more widely than just in Sarajevo especially. I think that is all part of signalling that we continue to be committed to Bosnia and Herzegovina. Now clearly some things will change. You know, we won't be inside those discussions about enlargement in the same way that we have been before, where the UK has always been one of the most vocal champions of enlargement across the Western Balkans. The key for us really is that the Western Balkans is very close to home. We have strong interests in the Western Balkans now. In security terms, that means when this region is unstable, then we'll see transiting of organised crime, people trafficking, other issues like that, which will certainly affect the UK. But putting it the other way around, the success of this region is a huge opportunity for the UK. So we're increasingly seeing UK companies invest here. We've just recently announced a very large partnership between Tesco's, our supermarket brand, and Bingo. We'll see Tesco's products on every Bingo supermarket shelf across the country. And that's good news for us, as well as for people in this country.
One thing that will change when and if the UK ever leaves the EU is that you will have an independent sanctions policy.
The sanctions policy is exactly one of the things that is going to change post the UK leaving the EU. It depends, the timetable for that depends on the nature of whether we leave with a deal or without a deal, how quickly that would happen. But at the same time, the most effective decisions, I think, are the ones that we take together. And actually, us being outside of the room of EU member states doesn't change the fact that we would still want to work very closely with Germany, France, Italy, other members here of the Peace Implementation Council.
Sticking with Milorad Dodik a little bit, precisely because he talks a lot about the UK. He has stated that every UK ambassador comes here with the intent and the orders to work against the Serbs and Republika Srpska.
I mean, the first thing to say is that it's just absolutely not borne out by the evidence of what the UK does here. Neither I as the UK ambassador nor the embassy here. The fact is that we have very extensive programs of support which include many parts of the RS. So our education programs, we're teaching in every primary school across the whole country, so including the RS, coding, critical thinking skills. We are taking scholars from all across the country, including the RS, to study at the UK's top universities and master's programs fully funded by the UK taxpayer. We're working closely with RS government partners as well on things like energy reform, law enforcement. So I don't see evidence that the UK has a hostile agenda here. Quite the contrary, I think actually the increase in our support programs across the country, including the RS, has been very significant. So I don't quite understand where this idea of a hostile agenda comes from.
It is my understanding that while these statements are being made publicly, privately, RS officials seek the assistance of the UK.
We work very closely together.
How much assistance has the UK provided to the RS?
Certainly in the last couple of years, we've spent at least 20 million KM in projects which are directly with RS partners and institutions, schools and so on. That trend will continue. I mean, overall, we've doubled our assistance programs to the Western Balkans, to Bosnia and Herzegovina.